Hello, college football world. We are back. We're a little bit behind here, and I apologize for that. We got Ohio State at Minnesota tonight, kicking off Big Ten action for week 1. I guess you could say Nebraska and Illinois did it last week. Avs fan, hey, welcome to the stream. What a game today. The boys, I know what game you're talking about. The boys played well. Boys played well today. Tanner Morgan and the Golden Gophers with the ball at about their own 45-yard line, working left to right here against the number 4 Ohio State Buckeyes. I gotta have my rosters up because I don't know Minnesota super well. I know some of their skill position guys and quarterbacks, but your MLB team exactly. And a quarterback keeps it, and he's across the first down marker, and the Golden Gophers keep the drive alive on the 3rd and 2. AKA the Brew Crew. We don't talk about the Brew Crew here. As big of a Packers fan as I am, we don't talk about the Brew Crew. I respect that they're the Brewers and they're the Brew Crew and they're brews. We talk. I mean, do we though? Ibrahim, nothing doing on that first down carry. The Buckeyes all over it. That's true. They did lose. So you got me there. They lost to your boys. They kind of got slapped around. Now, if I remember correctly, I think the Minnesota running back, Muhammad Ibrahim, I'm pretty sure he led the league in rushing yards. And we got a late flag here as the quarterback, Tanner Morgan, keeps it. And he got hit late. And we're going to have a personal foul here on Ohio State. They didn't get slapped. It was tied going into the 8th. Yeah, but a baseball game is 9 innings, so... Oh, and it's going to be targeting 4 minutes into the game. And Taraja Mitchell could be taken out of the game. Taraja Mitchell, the linebacker. Oh. That's going to be close. That's going to be very close. Tanner Morgan, the ball carrier, the quarterback, did not slide. He was stumbling forward, and Mitchell hit him shoulder pad, side of the helmet, right to Tanner Morgan's back. And they threw the penalty. This is going to be a close one. Darren Ruff hit an RBI double. Yeah, he did. He scored Chris Bryant. And then somebody else hit a 3-run homer right after him. And Bryant got a hit. Yeah, he's on my fantasy team, so. Okay. I'm going to get my targeting gripe out of the way here. I know there's nobody here other than you, Avs fan. I'm gonna get my targeting gripe out of the way now here as the ref comes out. There is no foul for targeting. So Mitchell will stay in the game. Targeting. So targeting is basically a rule in football. It's more prolific in college football. It's not a new rule. But so basically what targeting is if you lead with the crown of the helmet, so like the top and like forehead of the helmet, and you initiate forcible contact with you lower your head, so like kind of the top of your head, forehead of your helmet. If you initiate forcible contact with that, it's a foul called targeting. The other way that it can be called is if you initiate forcible contact, not necessarily with your helmet, but to the head or neck of a defenseless player. So like if a receiver is going up for a catch and he can't defend himself, and then you hit him in the head or neck area, in college football, that's called targeting. And it used to be if you launched yourself and you hit helmet, it was basically if you launched and hit helmet to helmet, which makes sense because it's targeting. Like you're targeting the other player to like try to knock him out of the game or something. And that makes sense. And then a few years ago, they changed the rules for targeting. So now like there's no intent behind it. It doesn't matter how you do it. If the official deems it as this targeting, you get kicked out of the game, which is horrendous. It's so dumb. Hey, Michaela L. L for what? But yeah, basically targeting is a stupid rule. So targeting gets an L. I don't know what else gets an L here, but Tanner Morgan and the Golden Gophers into Ohio State territory here. Just under 9.5 minutes to go here in the first. Who's y'all? Oh, and it's nearly intercepted. Tanner Morgan tried to set up the screen to Ibrahim, and Hamilton all over it. Intercepted it. Who is y'all? I'm interested to know. Because, fun fact, I don't like either of these teams. But I do appreciate you coming to the chat. Appreciate you hanging out here. But yeah, fun fact, I do not like Minnesota or Ohio State. Yeah, Tanner Morgan motions Ibrahim out to the right side. Empty backfield now, Tanner. Looking right side. Now rolls out to his right. He's going to chuck it out of bounds, and it'll be 4th and 13. The Golden Gophers stall out just across midfield, and the Buckeyes force the punt with 9:10 to go here in the first. Yeah, targeting is a stupid rule. I absolutely hate it. It made sense when they had to deem if there was intent or not. I have bad news for you. Uh-oh. What happened? What happened, Avs fan? It's a very good punt here for Minnesota. Caught right on the sideline about the 8-yard line. So Ohio State will take over from there. And CJ Stroud, I believe he's a freshman, will take the field. I believe he's a freshman. Yeah, redshirt freshman. Pirates hit a 3-run shot. They're now beating the Cubs 3-zip. Oh. Well, it's a good thing I don't care about the season anymore. Or I'd be sad that we were losing to the Pirates. I mean, I'm still sad that we're losing to the Pirates, but it doesn't super matter anymore, so. So, yeah, CJ Stroud. You should care about our year. I will care about Chris Bryant, Javi Baez, and Anthony Rizzo's years. Your boy Chris is now with us. I'll cheer for Chris. I'm not cheering for the Giants. Oh, yes. Sing it. Tag team. There's vanilla, rocky road, chocolate, peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop that ass, scoop that ass, scoop that ass, scoop that ass, scoop. Chocolate, 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 chocolate. All right, to this day, that's the best commercial I've ever seen. It's not close. Such a good commercial. Best commercial ever. Chris got some big hits for us. Yeah, that's what he does. That's what he does when he's not swinging at sliders 6 feet in or 6 feet low and outside. That was the one thing Chris and Javi just couldn't ever lay off the low and away slider. Got him way too many times. C.J. Stroud played in 3 games last year, took 8 snaps, and had 0 pass attempts. But he did have a 48-yard touchdown run against Michigan State. Of course, Ohio State led by C.J. Stroud at quarterback, but really led by the best wide receiver duo in the nation, Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave. Remember those names. Those guys are massive outside. C.J. Stroud from the gun after a quick completion to Garrett Wilson, and the play is blown dead here. Looks like we're going to get a false start. That'll push the Buckeyes back. Yeah, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. I mean, that's a hell of a duo on the outside if you're the Buckeyes. If you're gonna throw a redshirt freshman quarterback out there as the number 4 team in the country, you want to have that receiver duo because those guys are really good at football. Stroud in the gun from his own 10-yard line, 2nd and 8 following the false start on Chris Olave. Play fake, looking far side. He's got his man. Complete Jackson Smith. Jackson Smith Njigba with the first down reception. That's not a bad number 3. That's a guy that'll also be in the NFL in a couple of years. Ohio State going with a little bit of tempo here out to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10, Stroud in the gun. Another play fake. Looking far sideline. He's going to air it out. He's got his man, and it's through the fingertips of Garrett Wilson. He had a step, but Stroud just overthrows him down the far sideline, and it'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Buckeyes. Whew. Just too much on it, right through the fingertips. Good effort there from Garrett Wilson, but just overthrown. 2nd and 10 from the pistol. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Give to Williams, left side, bursts through the middle. Ball comes out late and he was down. He'll pick up about 7. 2016 World Series. Oh, please, take me back. Take me back to the day. More tempo, and there he goes. Williams down the far sideline. He's going to go touchdown, Ohio State. Mayan Williams breaks one to the far sideline, and it's 6-0 Buckeyes as the explosive offense for Ohio State gets them on the board first. Shot out of a cannon down the far sideline. Just beats the safety with a stiff arm, and he is gone. Can you take me back to 2014? I have a question for you. Shoot. Ask away, Avs fan. Extra point, snap good, hold down. Kick is perfect, and it's 7-0 Buckeyes. Mayan Williams to the house. 71 yards to Pater. Why are you so excited about a touchdown if you said that you don't like either team? Because that's what commentators do, right? I mean, if there's like a big play or an interception or something, like I'm going to get excited about it. I'm going to put more emotion into a big play or a big momentum swing or something like that. I try to do that even when Iowa State and Green Bay play for the other. I try to, show excitement for the other teams as well. But I've had way too many football games with bad commentators where they just, oh, he's gone, touchdown. But right, so now when Minnesota does something well, I'll get excited for them. But there's nothing worse than a commentator that doesn't show any emotion at all. Like, at the end of the day, I want both teams to do well. I want an exciting football game. Joe Buck is okay. Fair enough. I hate Joe Buck so much. Just look up like Joe Buck calls. There's just countless videos. That one of him, I think it was an Eagles-Giants game. It was, I can't remember who the kick returner was. It was something Mitchell. It was on like a kick return, and Joe Buck during this kick return for a touchdown. It's like a 98-yard kick return. Yeah, Mitchell. It's like, come on, Joe. Come on, man. So yeah, I try to show emotion when teams score, regardless of what team it is, or just because it's so much more entertaining to listen to a football game when the commentator actually gets into it, as opposed to just like, oh, and Garrett Wilson breaks it to the outside and it's gonna be a touchdown. Like there's nothing fun about that. I've listened to him for over 15 years. Yeah. I mean, that's what you get. I mean, I don't mind Joe Buck for baseball, which I'll be honest, like I don't mind Joe Buck for baseball, but I hate listening to Joe Buck call a football game. I just hate it. I've only heard one good call from him all time. One. I've also heard one good call. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs, win the World Series. That's it. That's the only good call. Only good call he's ever had. I think did Fox might have had the Packers Super Bowl when they beat the Steelers. But I'll be honest, I was so young then I don't actually remember who called that game. Ohio State kicking off back to the Golden Gophers, 7:22 to go in the first quarter. Buckeyes leading following the Mayan Williams 71-yard touchdown run, and a fair catch is called for. Also, Avs fan, not sure how much college football you watch, but if you fair catch a ball in college inside like the 20-yard line, it's just a touchback on kickoffs. Not on punts, but on kickoffs. Cubs winning the World Series is one of them. That's the one I thought about originally. Yeah, that's the one that I think of. The other one, I'm interested to hear the other one. Let's see. What good Joe Buck games have there been? He called Travis. Oh, I actually know that name. Travis Ishikawa. I actually know that name. So I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. I'm trying to think. He let's see. He would have called the Mason Crosby game when we beat Dallas in the divisional round. That would have been Joe Buck, I think. I think you love that dinger. There might be a reason that I know that name. Hold on. Let me double check here. Let me just, because I'm pretty sure that was against the Cardinals, wasn't it? Yeah, well, okay, it was against the Cardinals. That's probably why I know that name, honestly. Game 5 of the 2014 NLCS. Tanner Morgan and the Golden Gophers bringing the offense back out onto the field. They'll start from the 25. 3-3 tie, bottom 9. Runners on first and second. Tanner Morgan. From the gun, 2 receivers right. It's a speed out. I don't know what you call it. It's out. And incomplete, Tanner Morgan. Tanner Morgan, a rough start to the game today, 0 for 3. The thing I love most about this play is the clean single through the gap would have ended it. That's true. That's true. Tanner Morgan again from the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ibrahim the back, 2 Morgan's right. Play fake. Tanner Morgan looking near side. First completion of the game. Tanner Morgan finds his man, Dalen Wright. I believe he's a transfer. I believe he's a transfer from A&M. Dylan Wright. I think he's a transfer from A&M. 13-yard gain. First down. They'll give it to Ibrahim. Not much doing for him. That Ohio State front 7. Containing Ibrahim pretty well so far in this one. Pickup of 1 off the right side. He's got 7 carries for 24 yards so far in this one. 6:30 to go and counting here in the first quarter. Ohio State up 7-0. Minnesota with the ball, moving left to right. Tanner Morgan from the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Ibrahim the back to Tanner Morgan's left. From their own 39-yard line. Play fake. Morgan. Near side, complete across the 45 and wrestled down. Dylan Wright again. The second catch for him on Tanner Morgan's second completion. 3rd and short coming up for the Gophers. It'll be 3rd and 2. Pickup of 7 near side. Jumbo set in the game. They got everybody up front for the Golden Gophers. Ibrahim, the back, will take the snap. And he'll take it up the gut, and he's going to get stuffed. An absolute wall at the line of scrimmage. Ohio State was not fooled at all. And it'll be 4th and 2. No gain on the play. And a big decision here for Minnesota. Absolutely stuffed. Caden Proctor came in. Not Caden Proctor. That's the tackle that Iowa State's going after. But Minnesota will punt it away. And it bounces along the sideline right at the 8 or 9 yard line again. The Minnesota punter's doing his job. Can't believe I said Caden Proctor. It's Josh Proctor, not Caden Proctor. Caden Proctor is a prospect that Iowa State is going after. Pretty sure he's the number 1 tackle. Number 1 recruit. Number 1 tackle. Can't believe I said Caden Proctor. I even knew that one too. I even knew Josh Proctor. NFL refs be like, am I doing it right? After review, the Canadiens runner did not touch third base. The ruling on the play is a Celtics touchdown. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, Avs fan. Tell you what, Minnesota's punter is doing a good job, but their defense, they got to get it figured out. After review, the Canadiens runner did not touch third base. Touchdown Celtics. Hey, welcome everybody that's joining us here. We got Minnesota and Ohio State kicking off week 1 action in the Big Ten. Of course, Nebraska and Illinois played last Saturday during week 0. But welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, I cannot show the game, but I will be doing play-by-play and commentary and reactions and stuff. You can check the description for that. Yeah, unfortunately, Fox would come after me. What the fuck is week 0? So last Saturday there was like 6 college football games. So it was technically week 1. But then this is the official week 1. It's really weird. Like if you go on Yahoo and you look up the stuff for week 1, it shows like Nebraska lost to Illinois. But then this is the actual week 1. Week 0 is a Mortal Kombat character. Hey, welcome to the stream, Affinity for MTG. How's it going, man? CJ Stroud to Garrett Wilson, coming from an NFL fan. It would basically be like if they took like 4 NFL games and played them a week before week 1, but then those games still counted. That's basically what it would be. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Affinity for MTG. How's it going? CJ Stroud and the Buckeyes with a 7-0 lead. They've got the ball at their own 16-yard line. They give up the middle to Master Teague. Yes, that is a player's name, Master Teague. He is one of the running backs for this Buckeyes squad. First and 10, pickup for Teague on the carry. Stroud in the pistol. So like Cowgirls Bucks opening night would be played today. Yes. And then both of those teams would then also have a game next Sunday. CJ Stroud throws deep and he's high for Garrett Wilson. Way too high on that one for Stroud. First real shot he's taken today. There was the other throw on the far sideline last possession to Garrett Wilson. That was the first real shot. But yeah, so it'd be like if Bucks Cowgirls was tomorrow, and then they also both played the actual week 1. It's like the Hall of Fame game. That's basically what week 0 is. Master Teague off left side, and he picks up a good gain of about 6. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Buckeyes. How many weeks are there? Guessing 17 or 18. College football, there's like 14, I think. Each team has like one to 2 bye weeks, I think, or 2 bye weeks. It's really weird. Yeah, so like Iowa State has 1 bye week. And then they play 12 games. So 12 games plus a bye week is 13 weeks. And then there's championship weekend, which is the weekend after the regular season. Oh, no, it's fine. I appreciate the questions. As Master Teague picks up a 3rd down up the middle, 3rd and 4, and the Buckeyes run it down the gut. And Teague picks up the first down. But yeah, it's 13 weeks, so you get 12 games and a bye. And then there's championship week, the week after everything. So kind of like the NFL, the college football has conferences, but instead of 2 conferences with divisions, with 4 divisions each, in college football, there's 5 Power 5 conferences. So those are your big name teams. And then each of those Power 5 conferences has 2 divisions. And then the winners of those 2 divisions play in the conference championship game. And then the winner of that wins the conference. Except the Big 12, who has 10 teams and no divisions, and just the top 2 teams play in the conference championship game. As Stroud takes another deep shot, he's looking for Chris Olave, and it's overthrown. Looking for a penalty, and he's going to get one. Home crowd does not like that one. Chris Olave, the All-American wide receiver. Yeah, yep. Much as I didn't want that to be called, he does get a hold of him there with the left arm. Home fans do not like it, but I think that's the right call. And then at the end of the year, there's a bunch of bowl games, which is kind of like the playoffs in the NFL, except there's just each team plays a game. So as long as you finished 500 or better, so 6-6 or better, you go to a bowl game, and then you play a team with usually a very similar record. So like a 6-6 team will play a 6-6 team, and they just play a game, and then whoever wins the bowl game. And there's like 40 of them or something. And then there is a playoff that's only 4 teams. So at the end of the year, the top 4 teams are in the college football playoff. And then they actually play like a regular playoff. So 4 teams to 2 teams to a national champion. There's a lot of people that want to expand the playoff, myself included. Final 35 seconds here, the first quarter. Ohio State still up 7-0. 2nd and 7 from the Gophers' 43-yard line. And we just had a little bit of a rollback there on the stream right as the snap occurred. So, excuse me. For anybody following along, I'll be a little bit more behind now. 2nd and 7 from the Gophers' 43-yard line. Buckeyes looking to extend the lead in the final 30 seconds here of the first quarter. Ruckert in motion. And the play is blown dead. Looks like Minnesota took a timeout. Yes, Minnesota calls their first timeout. PJ Fleck, the head coach, called it from the sideline. College football has, not going to try that number teams and only 4 in the playoffs. Yeah, so there are a lot of, different – so you know how I said that there was, conferences and then those conferences have divisions? So there's also divisions of college football. So you've got Division 1 and then Division 2 and then Division 3. And I think there's Division 4. And only Division 1 teams play in bowl games and stuff. But then even Division 1 is split into FBS and FCS. And then only FBS teams play in bowl games. So there's really only I think it's 100 I think there's 160 teams or something like that are eligible. Or no, it's 218, I think. Chris Olave on the screen to the outside. He's right at the marker. That should take us to the end of the first quarter. Ohio State driving. Ohio State does not have to snap it again. What is FBS and FCS? I'll have to check on FCS because I don't actually know. I think it's football championship subdivision or something. Yeah, football championship subdivision, and then FBS is football bowl subdivision. So the FBS teams are eligible for a bowl, and then FCS has their own playoff format. And the FCS is 16 teams make the playoff, but there's really only there's not a lot of teams that are very good in FCS. But there have been some FCS teams that have beaten FBS teams in what's called non-conference play. So, you remember those conferences I told you about, how there's, the Power 5 conferences? So, you don't only play teams from your conference. You play, I think it's 9 conference games, and then you have 3 non-conference games. And a lot of teams just play, super weak teams so that they can go 3-0 in the non-conference games to give themselves the best chance to go to a bowl game. Because then, theoretically, you only have to win 3 of your 9 conference games to go to a bowl game. So, yeah, there's the football bowl subdivision and the football championship subdivision. And only the bowl subdivision teams are eligible for bowl games. But, yeah, so it's I think there's 128 teams in the FBS. And then, so the FBS, 4 teams out of the 128 make the playoff. But yeah, there's been 2 rule changes, and I'll start watching college. All right, hit it. What are they? What are they, and why is one of them targeting? Because the rule is such bogus. 1, a 48-team playoff. That, I hate to break it to you, I don't think that's going to happen. I truly do not think that's going to happen, unfortunately. It's currently 4. They're trying to get it to 12. So we'll see. I very much doubt a 48-team playoff will be a thing for a very long time. That's downright stupid. So they could probably do a 48-team playoff, but then you would just have to like bracket the bowl games, but they're not going to do that. So because I mean, okay, so you'd have a 48-team playoff. So you'd go 48, 24, 12, 6. So then you get down to 6. You could have the 1 and the 2 get buys. So if you weren't the 1 or the 2 seed, or one of the top 2 seeds, stop the getting voted into the playoffs thing. All right, there's a lot of people that are that are with you on that one. The playoff football or the college football playoff committee is dumb, to say the least. It used to be the BCS, and then which was like a computer standing. So they ran computers and simulations and stuff like that, and it was all just stats and computers, and it tallied it up and it gave you the rankings. And then 2011 happened, and my boys, my Iowa State Cyclones, beat then number 2 ranked Oklahoma State, and we ended up getting a championship game that was 2 teams from the same conference. As Ohio State picks up a first down into the red zone at about the 18-yard line, Ohio State looking to put Minnesota down 2 scores. Yeah, it used to be the BCS, and then my boys beat Oklahoma State in 2011, and the national championship ended up being 2 teams from the same conference. And as you can imagine, a game that had already happened that year was the game that ended up being the national championship game. And people didn't like that. So they went to the current format of a college football playoff where you get the top 4 teams, you play a playoff, and what happens, happens. And that's how it happened. So you can thank the boys for why there's no more BCS and why we have the college football playoff. And you can also thank the boys for why the Big 12 is blowing up right now. That's not what I want. Because we got good, and then Oklahoma and Texas said we want out. I'm sure that's not why they're leaving the Big 12, but that's what I like to say. Because then I can say Iowa State ended the BCS and also ended the Big 12. And I think that's really funny. That's not what I want. Well, sorry. 3rd and 10, Ohio State from the Minnesota 18-yard line. Up 7-0. 13:36 to go in the half. Oh, you'd actually earn your way to the playoffs? That's fair. Master Teague in motion. Split way wide out to the right. Stroud dumps it underneath and Jigba, nothing doing underneath. And that'll bring out the field goal unit. So, I mean, I'm not going to say that they usually get it wrong, because I think they've done a very good job of getting the correct 4 teams. But then it started to get into this. How many viewers we got? Okay. I want to be careful with what I say here because people aren't going to agree with me. But 35-yard field goal kick is up, and it just sneaks inside the right upright. 10-0 Buckeyes as the Minnesota defense bends but does not break. So everybody loves the SEC. So they rank the SEC teams a lot higher because reasons, which, I mean, the SEC is really good at the top, but they're not as good at the middle and at the bottom. Last year I tried college football and I saw a committee failure. Last year wasn't even the worst year though, so but yeah, last year wasn't good. But so like here's the thing, right? People get so mad because they're like I'll just take Iowa State as an example because I know them the best and I know what I see online. A lot of people were like, "Oh, Iowa State can't be good because they lost to Louisiana week 1." Which admittedly is not a great loss because Louisiana is bad. I believe A&M should have gone over Notre Dame, and I would probably have agreed with you. But like, I'll just take Iowa State because I know them. But like, people were like, "Oh, Iowa State can't be that good. Like, they lost to Louisiana week 1, and they lost to Oklahoma State, and they didn't play Iowa because the Big Ten was dumb and delayed the season for half a year." But like, Louisiana ended up being like a 1-loss team, but like they kept ranking Iowa State higher and higher because they kept winning, and everyone was like, "No," because they lost a game to a worse team. So then it got to the point at the end of the year, Iowa State was ranked higher than Louisiana. They're like, "Well, Louisiana beat Iowa State. How does it make sense that Iowa State is ranked higher than Louisiana?" And that's really what you end up getting into is this like transitive property because then Appalachian State beats Louisiana and everyone's like, "Well, that means Appalachian State beat Louisiana who beat Iowa State. So Iowa State should be below both of them." And everybody just goes into this transitive property of I beat you and they beat whoever, so I'm better than whoever. And that's not how sports work. A&M won their last week by like 14 to 17 points. Notre Dame got destroyed by 30 to 40. Yeah, so let me just pull up. Texas A&M. So, just looking at the schedule here. So, the biggest reason that Notre Dame ended up going was because they were undefeated and they had a win against Clemson, even though Clemson didn't have Trevor Lawrence in that game. As Trey Potts on the kickoff return gets to about the 20-yard line, and Minnesota will start from there. So, yeah, like they beat Clemson in the regular season when Clemson didn't have Trevor Lawrence. And then Trevor Lawrence came back with Clemson, and they played in the ACC championship game, and Clemson just beat the brakes off of them. And then Notre Dame made the playoff anyway, and then Alabama beat the brakes off of them. Whereas if you look at Texas A&M, they did have a regular season loss, and it was to Alabama by 28. And then they just smacked everybody, and then they smacked North Carolina in their bowl game. So, like, Texas A&M lost to Alabama, but they beat Florida. They beat Auburn. They beat LSU. Granted, they only beat Vanderbilt by 5, but that was in week 1 where, like I mentioned before, Louisiana beat Iowa State. So, it was week 1 of a weird year. So I think there was a lot of teams that were kind of off week 1. But yeah, I think I would probably, the problem with that, the only problem with A&M making it over Notre Dame is that A&M had a regular season loss, even though it was to Alabama, and Notre Dame didn't. That's the only reason I can think of that Notre Dame got in, because Notre Dame's only loss ended up being in the ACC championship game, so they put him in. Another carry here for Ibrahim. Not much doing on that one, and it'll be 3rd and short. I am confuzzled. I'm just trying to give you any sort of reasoning as to why Notre Dame got in. And the only thing I can think of is because Notre Dame beat Clemson and then lost to Clemson, so they counted that as a split. And Texas A&M lost to Bama and then didn't get a chance to play him again. So they put Notre Dame in. 3rd and 3. Ibrahim up the middle again, stuffed short. And Minnesota's going to have to punt it again. And I'm neutral to both teams. Yeah, I mean, I am too. I mean, I definitely don't like Notre Dame. But I don't have a college team. They're right there, buddy. As Minnesota can't figure out if they want to go for it or not, and they'll burn a timeout. 4th and 1, deep in your own territory. I'll be honest, Minnesota's play calling has been quite surprising to me tonight. I haven't exactly liked a lot of what I've seen. By the way, I'm looking at the jerseys in your background. Yeah, so Jordy Nelson, this is undisclosed Iowa State player because Packers fan identity is at stake. Okay. No, because that's David Montgomery. So anyone that doubts that I'm a Packers fan, stop. Stop. I also have who else do I have here? Hold on. He's on the he played for them too. Okay. Here's their huge. I can cheer for David Montgomery while not cheering for the Bears. Just like I can cheer for Chris Bryant and not the Giants, or Anthony Rizzo and not the Yankees, I can cheer for David Montgomery without cheering for the Bears. Because bottom line, I want the Cyclones to succeed. And if David Montgomery is on the fucking Bears, I'm going to cheer for him and not the Bears. Just like I cheer for former Packers like Randall Cobb when they get traded to frickin' Dallas, I want Randall Cobb to do well. Just like I cheer for Clay Matthews when he ends up going to the Rams, I want Clay Matthews to do well. Same thing. I think people should be allowed to like players that aren't on their favorite team. Sue me. Like, one of my favorite players of all time is Deion Sanders. Lawrence Taylor, not on the Packers. Deion, not on the Packers. Barry Sanders, not on the Packers. Not that I have all those jerseys, but Larry Fitzgerald, not on the Packers. In fact, one of my least favorite memories is of Larry Fitzgerald beating us in the playoffs. Still love the guy, as it looks like Minnesota is going to go for it. 4th and 1 from their own 29. And they get it, and Ibrahim breaks free up the middle. Mohamed Ibrahim down the near sideline. He gets chased down, cuts back at the 20-yard line, and he's wrestled down at the 15. Mohamed Ibrahim breaks one loose on 4th and 1, and a huge gain for the Golden Gophers on 4th and 1. Made the first man miss just across the first down. Bang! Quick jab step left. And Ibrahim. Okay, the Giants and Cubs aren't rivals. Mets and Cubs aren't rivals, so you can cheer for Bryant and buy it safely. I don't like the Yankees, but you can cheer for Rizzo because they're not rivals. But the Bears are the Packers' biggest rival. Again, I'm allowed to cheer for players that aren't on my favorite team. That's just how I feel. Especially because I like Iowa State a lot. So regardless of where players go that play for Iowa State, I'm going to cheer for them in the NFL, regardless of what team they go to. That's just how it is. Same thing for basketball. If there's an Iowa State player that gets drafted and goes to an NBA team that I don't like, I'm going to cheer for them. 2nd and 8 now. Golden State. Minnesota. Fade route. End zone caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dylan Wright. All 6'3" of them goes up. Touchdown, Minnesota. And the Golden Gophers strike after the Mohamed Ibrahim carry on 4th and 1. And they are right back in it in their home opener against the 4th-ranked Buckeyes. Dylan Wright. Woo! Absolutely mossed. Absolutely mossed. A perfect throw from Tanner Morgan. And Wright goes up with the hands. Big hands. Great catch in traffic, and the extra point is good. And it's 10-7 Buckeyes. But the Gophers keeping it close. Woo! What a catch. Just like how I will commentate two teams that I don't like with excitement. Just throwing that out there. I also have, for the record, Baker Mayfield jersey, a Kyler Murray jersey, a Donald Driver jersey, my Alan Lazard jersey, and then an esports jersey. But that's a little bit different. But yeah, like I've got an Alan Lazard signed mini helmet. I got a Jordy Nelson Super Bowl jersey. Like I love my guy David Montgomery. I hate the Bears, but I'll cheer for him. It's like I'm trying to think what would be a good example for this. Trying to think of like a good example. I would say Brett with the Vikings, but Packers fans didn't exactly like that. kind of because they didn't like the front office at that time, because Brett wanted to come back and Packers fans really liked Brett. But like again, I'm going to use the same examples. Like, okay, I'll use Baez, right? So like, there is not a single Cubs fan that's cheering for the Mets. Not a one. There, like, Cubs fans cheer for Javi Baez on the Mets more than Mets fans. Like, I know they're not rivals, but Cubs fans are cheering for Javi Baez more than Mets fans. Like, you get bad memories of Fitzgerald. I didn't like him at all because of division rivals. Yeah, but like, I still like him. I mean, I'm annoyed that he beat us single-handedly in that overtime in the playoffs. But I mean, I still love the guy. It's like I know they're not rivals again, but I have a Brett Favre Jets jersey from when I was a kid back at my parents' house. Like, because I love Brett Favre. (10-7) Buckeyes. They'll be receiving the kickoff. Just over 9 minutes to go in the half. Following the Minnesota touchdown in a drive that they went for it on 4th and 1 from their own 29-yard line. Ball falls off the tee here. I just realized they got a lefty kicking us off here. And there is the kick through the end zone for a touchback, and the Buckeyes will take over at their own 25 with the 3-point lead. CJ Stroud and the Buckeyes now moving left to right on your screen. Man, there's so many good games that I'm going to miss this Saturday. By the way, in case you missed it, my work schedule got moved around on Wednesday, so I will not be streaming for the Iowa State UNI game. So I'm a little pissed off about that. CJ Stroud, quick throw near side. Garrett Wilson across the 30 to the 31. And that'll be a pickup of 6. Stroud and the Buckeyes with the 10-7 lead. 2nd and 4 from the 31-yard line. Stroud in the pistol, trips receivers to his right. Give is to the left, and Henderson. Thought it was Master Teague, but it's 32, not 33, and that's Henderson left side for a big first down. Cut down in the secondary, but not before a first down gain. Travion Henderson out to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 Buckeyes there. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Stroud in the gun, play fake. Rolling out right side. Looking deep. He's going to throw it out of bounds across midfield, looking for Olave. And it'll be 2nd and 10. 8:12 to go here in the second quarter. And we've got a Golden Gopher down on the field here. Not sure who it was. Couldn't quite see a number. right along the sideline where that throw was intended. Again, not quite sure who it is. We'll take an injury timeout here. Head to a commercial. My boogie shoes. Apparently, the Coastal Carolina mascot rolled out in like a jet ski motorcycle looking thing today. Minnesota finally got stuff going on that last drive, and I still don't like how their offense is being run. Tanner Morgan has 3 completions. All of them are to Dylan Wright, who wasn't even on the team last year. Tanner Morgan, 3 of 6 for 33 yards and a touchdown. And Dylan Wright has 3 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown. C.J. Stroud and the Buckeyes, 7 of 12. 3 catches for Wilson, 1 for Olave, 1 for Smith and Jigba, and 1 for Ruckert. As he takes the snap from the gun on 2nd and 10, play fake, looking over the middle for Olave, throws it behind him, and it's intercepted. Smith across the 40 and into Buckeye territory. Minnesota gets the first turnover of the game. Stroud finally brings him down. But the throw was just high and behind Chris Olave, and Minnesota is in business. He was looking over the middle for Olave, and he has him there, and he throws it high and behind him. Olave got a hand on it, trying anything he could to catch it. But Smith, right place, right time, catches it off the deflection, and Minnesota's in business. From the 37-yard line, Tanner Morgan fakes, keeps it, gets a stiff. Oh, it's Potts, excuse me. I was like, Tanner Morgan's running people over. But it's not, it's Potts in the Wildcat. And it picks up 8 off the right side. I have 2 teams that aren't from where I live. The team for that sport is from Denver. It's my second team, only if it's not a division rival of my first team. Yeah, like I have second favorite teams. I have teams that I cheer against every week. Like, it's fucking sports, dude. Have fun with it. Do what the hell you want. Cheer for who you want, hate who you want. Go for it. Have fun. Drink a beer, have some fun on a weekend. Tanner Morgan, give to Ibrahim, breaks a tackle inside the 25, close to the 23. Minnesota looking for the lead here. 7 minutes to go before the half. Not a Rockies fan because they're in the NL West. Yeah, that's fine. Like I'm not a fan of. Okay, I guess there is one team that I'm a fan of, or I guess I should say was a fan of. I actually liked Oklahoma, which is why I have a Baker Mayfield and a Kyler Murray jersey. But then they decided to give the Big 12 the finger, so now I hate them. Tanner Morgan, play action, far side. He's got his man inside the 10. First and goal, Minnesota. First and goal, Spanford. Good play action there from Tanner Morgan and Spanford. Wide open on the far sideline. Setting up first and goal. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Tanner Morgan now in a rhythm. Golden Gophers looking for the lead. Down 10-7 to the 4th-ranked Buckeyes. First and goal from the 7. Morgan in the gun. 2 tight ends left side. Ibrahim the back to Tanner Morgan's left. He gets the carry up the middle. Not much doing. Picks up maybe 1.5 yards. Close to the 5. Broncos are my second team because they aren't a must-hate. I've never had anything against the Broncos other than that one Super Bowl that John Elway freaking helicoptered into the end zone in. Never had an issue with them then. Hey, amen about the sea chickens, bro. Tanner Morgan again in the gun. Ibrahim to his left. 1 receiver split out wide to the right. Tanner Morgan trying to get a play called. Under 10 seconds on the play clock at 5. 5 minutes to go in the half. Tanner Morgan gets the snap off. Looking for the fade. Lobs it end zone. Incomplete. Broken up. Incomplete. Good coverage there from Burke. He was looking for Jackson. Denzel Burke in coverage zone. A very nice play by him. Sounds like the home crowd wants a flag. But they're not going to get it. 3rd and goal now from the 5-yard line. Tanner Morgan working from the gun. Ibrahim to his left. 1 receiver each side. 3rd and goal from the 5. Morgan looking. Dalen Wright on the fade who caught the first one. It's broken up. Ball to go. It's dropped, but there's a flag. Dalen Wright almost made a spectacular grab on the deflection, but I think he's going to draw the penalty here. And he is. It'll be 1st and goal, Minnesota, following the pass interference in the end zone. He went right back to the fade. And Dalen Wright so close to coming down with that one off the deflection. Man, that's close. I don't know if that one would have been pass interference either, but the refs give it to him on that one. It'll be 1st and goal, Minnesota, following the pass interference. Ball at the 2. Tanner Morgan in the gun. Ibrahim to his left. Give his to Ibrahim running right. Fighting for yardage. Nothing doing. The Buckeyes all over Ibrahim. And he'll actually lose a yard back to the 3. 4:40 to go in the half. We want the ball. We're going to score. Matt Hasselbeck. 2000, I want to say 3. I'll say that was a 2003 wild card game. Ibrahim and Potts now in the backfield in the Wildcat. 2nd and goal from the 3. Man in motion. That's the tight end. Ibrahim with the snap. He takes it up the middle. Close to the goal line. I think he's just short. They're going to mark him about a half yard short, and it'll be 3rd and goal there. 4 minutes to go in the half. Yeah, 03, I was all Packers that game. Hey, I was only 5 years old, but same. Ibrahim just inside the 1, but does come up short. 3rd and goal. Tanner Morgan under center. Fullback in the game. They got the jumbo set. They'll give it to Ibrahim. Right side. Breaks the play. Touchdown, Minnesota, and the Golden Gophers take the lead. With under 4 minutes to go in the half. 3:32 to go. And the Golden Gophers, 13-10. Pending the extra point over the 4th-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. Look at that block by the fullback and the pulling guard on the block. Well done from them. Extra point. Snap is good. Hold down. Kick is right down the middle. 14-10 Golden Gophers leading the 4th-ranked Buckeyes. PJ Fleck and co. looking for the upset in week 1. And with turnovers like they forced on the previous drive, they're back in business. They capitalize on the interception and take the lead. What a turnaround from what I saw in the first quarter from this Minnesota team. And it all started on a 4th and 1 from their own 29. Mohamed Ibrahim took one 51 yards on 4th and 1 to set up the first touchdown. And then Chris Olave had a ball thrown behind him from C.J. Stroud, tried to go up and get it, just got a deflection on it, and it was intercepted. And the Gophers paid off with another touchdown, 14-10. Buckeyes. 2 timeouts and 3:32 to go in the first half. They'll be getting the ball back. Kickoff is away. A low line drive kick well out of the end zone. No return possible on that one. Touchback. And Ohio State trailing for the first time tonight. And Twitter is loving it. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. We're covering Ohio State, Minnesota tonight. And we've got ourselves a good one. The Golden Gophers, 14 straight points as they've taken a 14-10 lead following an interception. C.J. Stroud from his own 25. Under center, 2 receivers right. Give is to the back. That's Mayan Williams. Fun fact, Mayan Williams, former Iowa State Cyclone commit. True story. Picks up about 4. Quick throw Stroud out to Garrett Wilson. Makes 2 guys miss. And he picks up close to a first down. It looks like there's a flag down near sideline. So I think it'll be 3rd and inches here pending the flag. 3:09 to go in the half. And it's coming back. There's a hold on Jeremy Ruckert, tight end number 88. Out in front of that Garrett Wilson catch and run. So it'll be 2nd and long here for the Buckeyes. But seriously, Avs fan, I know the playoff isn't fun, and I know there's a lot of problems with it, but I would definitely give college football a chance. I know I've got a reason to be into college football, me being at Iowa State and everything, but college football is far and away my favorite sport. I shouldn't say far and away, but it is definitely my favorite sport. I would definitely give college sports a shot. Empty backfield here for Stroud. They motion Williams to the backfield. Trips receivers left, one to the right. That's Wilson. 3rd and 9. C.J. Stroud in the gun. Minnesota showing blitz. They don't come. They bring 4. Rolling out is Stroud. And he's not going to get anything. It'll be 4th and 9, and Minnesota forces a 3 and out. Okay, I'll try it. Good to hear. You don't have to pick a favorite team right away, you know. Just I would definitely just give it a try, especially here in the next couple weeks. You know, we've got a great game tomorrow night, or not tomorrow night, but Saturday night. Saturday night, there is a huge game, Clemson and Georgia. Number 3 Clemson against number 5 Georgia. Would definitely tune in for that one. I will be at work, so I won't be able to stream it. But I would definitely would watch that game. Potts on the punt return. Goes down at about his own 44, and Minnesota has a minute 28 and 2 timeouts to try to add to their lead. I would absolutely watch that game if you get the chance to. Saturday night, Georgia at Clemson, 6:30 p.m. Central. There's plenty of great games this weekend. Alabama at Miami. That's the number 1 team against the number 14 team. That's going to be a fun game to watch. Indiana at Iowa, not Iowa State, but Iowa. That's number 17 at number 18. That'll be a fun game to watch. And then Penn State at Wisconsin. That's number 19 against number 12. Got plenty of great games. Just check ESPN, check Yahoo, whatever site you use. And just watch a game or two if you get the chance. It's so much fun. Tanner Morgan now trying to extend the lead. Play fake over the middle. He's got his man, Dylan Wright, and the ball comes out at the end, and they rule it incomplete. I'll probably be watching Giants Dodgers at that. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not going to try to take you away from Giants Dodgers this late in the season. As Dylan Wright cannot quite come down with it on the slant. 2nd and 10, Tanner Morgan in the Gophers. 2 receivers each side. We got to beat the Los Angeles Dodgers. Heck yeah. Ibrahim breaks one up the middle, breaks another tackle, and he's got a first down. Minnesota in the Buckeyes territory. Ibrahim showing why he's one of the best backs in the country. Breaking tackles. Look at that vision, making the cut at the line of scrimmage. Down to the Buckeyes' 45-yard line. 1st and 10 Gophers. Ibrahim, 110 yards in the first half. They're under a minute now. Minnesota, not in any type of hurry with 2 timeouts. Give to Ibrahim again. This time not as much. He picks up about 4. Who's your favorite Giant other than Chris? Probably Crawford. Probably Brandon Crawford. But I would probably say Brandon Crawford. Yeah. I'll tell you who my least favorite Giant is. As Minnesota calls a timeout here with 42 seconds to go in the half. Up 14-10, looking to extend the lead. 2nd and 6 upcoming after the timeout. But yeah, I'd say Brandon Crawford's my favorite Giant. My least favorite Giant is, without a doubt, Johnny fucking Cueto. I cannot stand his fucking wind up and shimmy and rock and it's so annoying. I hate it so much. I hate it. It's so annoying. It just annoys me. It just does. I don't really have a reason to hate him. Like, it's not like I have anything personally against him, like in baseball. And he's a fine pitcher, but I just hate that stupid shimmy he does. It's just, oh God. 2nd and 6, Tanner Morgan in the gun. 2 receivers each side. He's looking deep. He's taking a shot. His receiver's got a step, but he just overthrows him. Daniel Jackson had a step. But Tanner Morgan missed him by about 1.5 yards. Just missed it. Like Kimbrel's whole like arms out thing. Like this whole thing, it doesn't throw off the timing. It's just like something he does because then he comes to set and then he just pitches. I hate the whole like timing thing. Because it's like, oh, I'm gonna pitch. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. 3rd and 6, Tanner Morgan in trouble, and down he goes. Minnesota cannot capitalize on the 3 and out. And it'll be 4th and long back across midfield into their own territory. Delayed blitz from Ohio State. And Simon with the sack. And it looks like Minnesota is content to take us to the half. And we will go to the half 14-10 Gophers over the 4th-ranked Buckeyes in both teams' opening games. But if Queta becomes Mad Bum V2, then I'll have questions for you. Hey, I can't speak on that. I just know I hate that freaking rock back and forth. Let's see. What do we got for any halftime stuff tonight? I guess we could check Twitter. Oh, fun fact, Avs fan. Your boy Al Harris, Mr. We want the ball, we're going to score himself. And by that, I mean the guy that got the interception and scored. Inducted into the Packers Hall of Fame today. Mr. Al Harris. Mr. Point to the sky on a pick 6 of Matt Hasselbeck himself. Packers Hall of Fame today, along with fellow corner Charles Woodson. What can we do? I'm happy about that because I hate the Seahawks with a passion. You and me both. What do we got for halftime? Do we have any we got any other like I don't think there's any other good football games on right now. I guess there's Utah against Weber State. Appalachian State, East Carolina. I would watch Boise State UCF in a heartbeat. But that game is delayed because it was supposed to be played in Florida. And pretty sure they've got some weather. So the Packers Twitter account just tweeted out that play, Avs 29, Avs fan. I just have to. They're not your least favorite team, though. They're not my least favorite team either, but I don't have a lot of good memories of them. Yes. Running into the Packers Hall of Fame, like, I guess it was left hand up. Frickin' the best part about that play, the dubious honor goes to the Cowgirls. Yeah, that's fair. My favorite part about that play, like aside from the fact that it would just won us the game and it was a touchdown, is Matt Hasselbeck's dive to try to tackle him. And he just completely whiffs. What a fantastic play that was. God, what a special game that was. So there's no other real like football games going. Isn't USA Soccer playing tonight? Yeah, USA plays El Salvador tonight, but that's not until 9. So that game's not even on yet. Rip. Yeah, we're just chilling at the halftime. What could we do for the half? I guess we could do like a Q&A or something. I don't know. I'm sure you guys got questions. I would change it to like my hey, we don't care about fake injury ball here. I care about United States fake injury ball. I should have. All right, this is for future me. Put this one in my brain. Stream the screen, not. Oh wait, I can't really do that without muting the game, and I like listening to the commentators in case I need help with anything. Oh, I guess I could mute desktop audio in OBS. And then you guys wouldn't hear it, but I still could. So we'll do that for future streams. Lock this one in the brain. We'll stream the screen, but with my webcam like over it, with desktop audio all the way down. And then when it gets to halftime, we'll open up like football quiz or something online, and we'll do that or something. Because if there's one thing I hate about what we're doing, it's that halftime's a little boring. Let's see. What sports topics do we have today? Okay, what could we? What's Twitter buzzing? What's Twitter a buzz about? I guess we could talk about Tennessee Bowling Green because Tennessee's only up by 7. God, what a not only is Tennessee only up by 7, they're up by 8, but it's against Bowling Green. which, fun fact, Tennessee at the beginning of the game, according to the Yahoo win probability, had a 99.2% chance to win. Oh, fun fact. I learned that there is an exercise that I do that uses 17 muscles. Yeah. Yeah, so I just looking at that, you'd think that I'm like getting in better shape because I'm not in shape. Until I tell you that exercise is crying. This is when you guys are supposed to feel bad for me, and I pour my heart out to all of my viewers. Then no, I'm just playing. But seriously though, if you're dealing with anything, go get help. It's always better to talk about it than to keep it boiled up. Oh God, this is how bored I am. I don't know what to do over this halftime. I could, because the Tennessee game is at the half, and like there's no other, too boring. Look, okay, I'm trying to find something to do. I'm trying. Is there what baseball games? I guess the Cubs game is on. I'll pull up the Cubs game. Why not? Sure. We'll try to find the Cubs game because reasons, I guess. The Mets, are the Mets on? Oh, the Mets are on too. The Rockies are also on. Let's just go to the Cubs game. Because if I go to the Mets game, you might question my Cubs fanness. I'm kidding, but I am going to the Cubs game. All right. Oh, we got Frank Schwindel up. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Schwindel. He's got the 5th slugging percentage since July 30th. I love this man. 1-2 pitch, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Frank Bell up to bat. Listen to a song called Beat the Mets. It's hilarious. You won't get copyrighted. It's unofficial. Okay, there's 2 outs in this inning, and then I'll go listen to it. 1-2 pitch, Keller to Frank Schwindel, bottom of the 5th. Got him swinging inside ball. I gotta see your reaction. Well, unfortunately, you guys won't hear the audio, but I will listen to Beat the Mets. I assume it's just on YouTube. Beat the Mets. Meet the Mets parody. I'm assuming that's what it is. All right. Dun, dun, dun. guaranteed to get a divorce tonight. Bro, that's not cool. Oh. Oh. I know that. I know that game. When the Mets play the Yankees and that super shallow fly ball and it's true. Nobody goes to Mets games because they have approximately 4.5 fans. Which is funny because when they traded for Javi Baez, they gained about a lot of fans, or at least for Javi, they did. Oh, the Royals and the Giants just when they are feeling down. Where did they go to beat the Mets? To beat the Mets. Why would you stay true to the orange and blue is also relevant to pro football. Fun fact. You would really have to hate yourself. It's true. Give him a scream. Give him a yell, give him a scream, just to let him know you really hate the team. What a line. Some little league teams probably could beat the Mets. Bring your anger, bring your strife. This team makes you really want to end your life. And it's a video of the Mets like mascot stuffing his head in the oven. I don't remember 1986 because I wasn't born yet, but I do know this play. The guy singing also just said, "Neither do I because I wasn't fucking born yet." These guys are clowns. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. Well done. Well done, Super Captain Chris. How does this video only have 19,000 views? How does this video have 19,000 views? This deserves so much more. So many more views than 19,000 views. That was fantastic. Freaking, how do you end up paying Bobby Bonilla over $1 million every July 1st for 24 years? It's just fantastic. That was awesome. Thank you, Avs fan. I'm glad that I finally decided to watch that, and I'm glad that I did it on stream. There's one for Cleveland. There's one for Cleveland and the Jets. Hold on. Are they just beat the Browns and beat the Jets? Or is it by the same guy, maybe? Are they by the same guy? Avs fan? By the same guy? Because I see one for Cleveland, one for Pittsburgh, and one for Jets, and also one for the Dolphins. Yeah, this guy's going in. All right, we'll do the Browns fan one. Because it's Cleveland. I mean, oh, it's There's one for the Steelers that's inappropriate. Okay, well, maybe watch that. I mean, you guys can't hear it, but and the Dolphins one is childish. I like how the opening is freaking what's his name? Drew Carey. The opening for the Browns one is Drew Carey. I love the guy yelling, "You guys are a factory of sadness." All right. All right, so we're starting with the Baker Mayfield pick, okay? Aww. Wasting their careers. Fans are used to failing. Every year they just make it clear that Cleveland sucks. Cleveland sucks. If you if you have hope, give yourself a rope, and the O is like a noose. They have never been to a Super Bowl. All right, the haven't been to the playoffs part is outdated, but still hilarious. Cleveland sucks. They did go 0-16. Hey, Devontae Adams. They've won nothing since Vietnam. Colt McCoy, RG3, Jake Delhomme, Ken Dorsey, Brady Quinn, Thad Lewis, Brandon Whedon, Jason Campbell, Brian Hoyer, Josh McCown, Cody Kessler, Deshaun Kaiser, Seneca Wallace, Kevin Hogan, Johnny Manziel. 15 quarterbacks. Hey, but Seneca Wallace, the pride of Ames, Iowa. All right, that one wasn't as good as the Mets one, but it was still funny. All right, well, Ohio State and Minnesota are back from the half. They just got underway. So we are going to tune back. Thank you, Avs fan, for providing the entertainment for the half. As on 2nd and 5, Ohio State picks up the first down with Mayan Williams. The Jets one is a bit different. Maybe we'll do a reaction video to one of those then, or something like after the game. Maybe, I don't know. But still hilarious. All right, 1st and 10. CJ Stroud, quick throw. Chris Olave on the screen picks up 12 out to the 42-yard line. Again, Minnesota leading 4th-ranked Ohio State 14-10 in the 3rd quarter. Steelers is a bit inappropriate, but I wouldn't say it's that inappropriate. All right. Stretch. Ball was tipped at the line, I believe, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. He's looking for Garrett Wilson on the far sideline. 2nd and 10, Buckeyes. 2nd and 10 from their own 41. Buckeyes moving right to left. 13:50 to go here in the third. C.J. Stroud. Inside handoff. Mayan Williams cuts it upfield across midfield inside the Golden Gophers 45-yard line. And Ohio State coming out, rolling up the gut. Big blocks up front from the big fellas. One of the best offensive lines in football, and they're showing it on that play. Big rush for Mayan Williams. This one not going as much, but Williams fights forward and still picks up 6 yards down to the 38-yard line. Another solid run for Williams. Second and 4, just under 13 minutes to go in the half. Buckeyes from the Golden Gophers 38. Stroud in the gun. Takes the snap, play fake. Stroud. Deep drop, throws deep, and he's got his man, Chris Olave, inside the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Ohio State. Chris Olave. Off the deep ball from C.J. Stroud off his back foot, and the Buckeyes retake the lead on the first drive of the third quarter. 16-10. Woo! Does he keep the feed in? I believe he does. And Chris Olave gets the Buckeyes back on top. Extra point up and good. 17-14 Buckeyes back on top. First touchdown pass for C.J. Stroud, and it goes to none other than the All-American Chris Olave. And that was a deep drop for C.J. Stroud. That play took a while. Also, the Boise State UCF game that I said I would watch. Well, they're underway finally, and Boise State just scored on a 100-yard pick six. Boise State. Jay Fleming, welcome to the stream. This game is so rigged for Ohio State. I'll be honest. I haven't thought that there was too poorly of officiating, if I'm being honest. I'm trying to think, because they had the one pass interference call. But then Minnesota got a pass interference call that set up the first touchdown. Loving the streams, though, bro. Much respect. Hey, thank you for tuning in, Fleming. Jay Fleming. Appreciate it a lot, my man. Unfortunately, I would stream the UNI-Iowa State game and support my boys on Saturday. But my work schedule got shifted. So now I work starting at 4. And Iowa State kicks off at 3:30. So unfortunately, I will not be able to stream that game. So I'm making sure I get at least one stream this weekend because we got Ohio State, Minnesota. I think OSU starts Quinn Ewers next week. Who do they play next week? I don't even. If they play like a nobody, they'll definitely play him. Oh, they play Oregon next week. Mm. Mm. That's interesting. Hmm. I would be very intrigued if they started Quinn next week against Oregon. I think they'll stick with Stroud. I really do. Against Tulsa and Akron, though, I could very well see Quinn at least playing in both of those. As Ibrahim up the middle picks up 4, maybe 5. Second down, they gave him 4 on the play. Hey, Adam King, welcome to the stream. We got Ohio State up on Minnesota 17-14. Here with about 12 minutes to go in the third. Tanner Morgan in the gun. Play fake, looking near side. He's got his man on the slant. Right. Dalen Wright. Another big catch for the Golden Gophers. Out close to the midfield logo. What a strike from Tanner Morgan. Put it right on the money. Another great play from Dalen Wright. Welcome to the stream, though, Adam. Hope you're enjoying your Thursday evening. College football is back, baby. Tanner Morgan in the gun, 2 receivers left. Ibrahim, the back, now motions to Tanner Morgan's right. 2 tight ends on the right side of the line. Give is to Ibrahim running left and not much doing. Picks up 1 on the play. Let's go Ohio State, says Adam. Well, unfortunately, Adam, I don't really have a dog in this fight, so I'll be excited for both teams when they play well. But I try to do that anyway, even when it's hard. When I'm watching my boys. Tanner Morgan in the gun, 1 receiver each side. Takes a snap, play fake, a long play fake, looking deep. He's going to air it out deep down the middle, and it's broken up, and a flag is thrown. Daniel Jackson. Daniel Jackson had a step. Let's take a look here. And he's there early. Ryan Watts got there early. I'm sorry, Adam. I think they got that one right. What NFL team do you root for? So I know it's hard because I got the Packers and the Bears, but I am a Packers fan. David Montgomery is here because he went to Iowa State, but I am a Packers fan. That's why we got the Packers and the Cyclones up top, and then the Bears down below because David Montgomery is the only Bears player I like because he went to Iowa State. Yeah, I am a Packers fan. I'm an Iowa State fan, and LMAO is confused. Hey, you're not the first, and you won't be the last. So, 1st and 10, Minnesota now into Ohio State territory. Lofts it, and it's intercepted. Tanner Morgan overthrew his man, and it's picked off. Proctor with a lane down the sideline. Josh Proctor can't quite take it to the house, but he brings it all the way back to the Minnesota 25. Josh Proctor. Tanner Morgan overthrew his man. And he's... Oh, and Ohio State called for roughing the passer. Tanner Morgan knew it as soon as the play happened. Okay. If you get slapped across the face, that is not roughing the passer. I'm sorry. I don't have a dog in this fight, but that's a pathetic call. I hate that call. That is terrible. That is so terrible. That is such a bad call. Such a bad call. 1st and 10, Minnesota now at the Buckeye 27. Wildcat. Potts takes it left. He beats the first man inside the 20 and wrestled out of bounds at the 19. Great. Picks up 8 off the left side. That's Potts. Man, that's such a bad call. I totally understand protecting the quarterback. That's the most important position. It's the most known position. But, man, that's Tanner Morgan gives to Ibrahim up the middle. 10-5 touchdown, Minnesota. Ibrahim up the middle. And the Golden Gophers back on top, 2017. Minnesota makes the most of 2 15-yard penalties on the Buckeyes. And they retake the lead with 10:03 to go in the third. Mohamed Ibrahim off the right guard. Extra point. Snap, good, hold, and up and good. 21-17. Minnesota takes advantage of the roughing the passer call on the interception. And Mohamed Ibrahim gives the Gophers the lead. Ohio State looking for answers. Can they find it with C.J. Stroud? I still don't like that call. Still don't like that call. Ooh. Hey, happy for you, Jay Fleming, but man, that was quite the call. I mean, okay, by the rules, you can't hit a quarterback in the head. But that's Ohio State down by 4. I'm done with this tomfoolery. CFB doesn't want OSU in the playoffs for parity reasons. Adam, if that were the case, I think there would have been parity by this point. I think you would have been seeing this a lot more often. I'm at OSU campus are in riots in dorm rooms. I don't doubt that. I do not doubt that. Because I don't like that penalty. But I think if the CFB wanted OSU to not be in the playoffs, they would have already not been in the playoffs. I just broke someone's door. Probably shouldn't do that. Probably shouldn't break people's doors. If I'm being honest. Just a massive dent. I threw my water. And Mayan Williams wrapped up in the backfield. Big loss on the play. Minnesota all over that one. Minnesota has come alive. 21-17, 2nd and 12. Play fake. Stroud airing it out, and it's overthrown. Looking for Garrett Wilson on the fade. 3rd and long. Coming up for the Buckeyes. Third and 12 from their own 23. Hey, Jay Krieger. Welcome to the stream. 3rd and 12. Chris Olave at the bottom of the screen. Stroud in the gun. Stroud looking, rolls, takes off up the middle, and he's cut down at the 29-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Bench Stroud. We have already got Buckeyes calling for C.J. Stroud to be benched. How's the game going? Minnesota up 21-17 with just under 9 minutes to go, and the Buckeyes just go 3 and out. And they'll punt it away on 4th and 6. Trey Potts looking for a return. Punt comes near side. Potts waving everybody clear. And it'll roll out of bounds about the 23-yard line. Where's the girls at? As far as what? Ewers is the only chance OSU has of the playoff if he's any good. So the biggest question mark around Ohio State was the quarterback position, right? Because they had I think they were like the only team or something, like one of the few teams, at least any of the good teams, that are playing a quarterback that hadn't thrown a pass, and none of them have thrown a pass. So, I mean, quarterback was always going to be the big question mark for the Buckeyes this year. And currently, from what I've seen, CJ Stroud is not the answer. Do you know who Cody Lindenbergs is? Plays for the Gophers. That name kind of rings a bell, but I don't know it right off the top of my head. I feel like I've heard the name before, though. Linebacker? Okay. Yeah, I think I'd. Oh, he's is he 45? Is he 45 for them? Jim Harbaugh last year with the Wolverines. I think it depends. He went what 9-4 pre-COVID, and then they went like 4-4 last year, which was really bad. So I do think this is a make or break year for him. So he's had like good teams, like he's had 9-10 win seasons, but he's got to find a way to get over the hump. So I think this could be a very big make or break year for Jim Harbaugh. I think he's 45. I want to say. Thoughts on Alabama wide receiver John Mechie? Is he Devontae level? I do not think so. I think he is a very solid wide receiver one. I think he'll be in the conversation for the Blitnikoff Award. But I don't think he's Devontae level. Tanner Morgan, 2nd and 9. From the gun, looks over the middle, got his man across the 35. First down, Minnesota. Tanner Morgan stayed in the pocket, let the route develop. An excellent job in the pocket from Tanner Morgan there. Knew the hit was coming, but stood in there, took it. Found his man over the middle. I do not think John Mechie is Devontae level. I think he'll be in the Blitnikoff conversation, but I don't think he's Devontae level. Tanner Morgan in the gun. One receiver to the bottom of the screen, but they'll hand it off to Wiley. It's another new running back here for Minnesota. And a late flag comes in. I think they're going to get Minnesota here for an unnecessary roughness after the play was over. So this is going to be a big penalty on Minnesota. I didn't see what number it was, but I think they're going to get one of the linemen for a late shove after the play here. So here we'll get the call. And it is against Minnesota for an unnecessary roughness. We'll go against 64, Olsen. And let's take a look here. So Wiley down, Connor Olson, just one last shove on Eichenberg. And yeah, it's Olson, one of the vets on this Minnesota front five. And that'll set up 2nd and 22 here for the Gophers. They'll give it to Ibrahim. Bounces it back up the middle. He's got a crease 35-40, and he's wrestled down at the 41. Ibrahim makes it a 3rd and manageable after 2nd and 22. There is a flag. Did you go to Iowa State? I currently attend Iowa State. So to answer your question, yes. Except it's currently not in the past. There is a penalty here on this run from Ibrahim. It looks like it's going against Minnesota again. And it is. Damn, that's a baller dorm room. This is not a dorm. This is an apartment. What do you study? I'm studying journalism. Oh, yeah? What year? I am a 2nd semester junior at the moment. Second and 32 now, back at their own 17-yard line. Tanner Morgan in the gun. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Takes a snap. Play fake to and it's over the middle, and it's broken up. Should have been intercepted by Burke. He threw it high over the middle and missed his man. And that's got to be one that Burke comes down with. Ooh, that's going to be one that Burke wants back. That's one Burke wants. And that's one Burke has to have. Empty set here now for Morgan on 3rd and 32. From their own 17, they'll motion Ibrahim to the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He does not get anything. He picks up 2, and it'll be 4th and approximately a mile and a half. And Ohio State is going to get the ball back. That is not the way that Minnesota wanted that drive to go. Fourth and 28. And Ohio State's going to have good field position. Crawford gets it away. Picked up about the 43-yard line, and he's met there. Not much on that punt return. Do you watch the UFC? I do not. I don't really watch a lot of the boxing, fighting sports, like boxing, MMA, wrestling, UFC. I don't really watch a whole lot of that. I'll occasionally watch highlights of a big fight or something. Not that I know how it works, other than you want the other person to get knocked out. I don't know any of the scoring or anything like that. I've never really had much interest in it. I'm not opposed to it. I think it's certainly a sport that if you're into it and you're really into it, go for it. But it's just never one that I've gotten into. I've had people tell me to watch it more. Did you agree with MMA being legalized? I didn't know that was an issue. I assume that was a while ago. I don't really have a problem with it. It's just never been a sport that I've gotten into. Um, yeah, like I said, I don't really have an issue with it. It's definitely a very violent sport that I have a ton of respect for the people that do it, but at the same time, I think it's kind of dumb. Just because, like, I don't know, like, you're just, I don't know, because, like, that's all football is, right? You're just fighting the other team, and, like, you get into fights. But MMA is illegal in a lot of places. I did not know that. Did not know that. I mean, like I said, I'm fine with it being a sport. I think it can be dumb. Like, the whole point is to hit somebody so hard that they go unconscious. But people make a lot of money doing it. So, like France, okay, that makes a little sense. France is France is a stupid country. There, I said it. Ohio State with the ball at their own 44. CJ Stroud still in the game. He's looking to air it out, and he does. And he's got his man wide open. It's Garrett Wilson. One play, touchdown, Buckeyes. Garrett Wilson behind the defense. And Ohio State, in one play, back on top, 23-21. Whew. Garrett Wilson. From the slot. Woo! Corner post there from Garrett Wilson. Just toasted everybody in the secondary. And CJ Stroud put it on the money. And the Buckeyes back on top. Extra point to make it a 3-point lead, and it's good. 24-21. Favorite Heisman winner? That's an excellent question. That's a very good question. I've had a lot of like recent guys that I've liked watching. Like there's been a lot of Heisman winners recently that I've liked. Like I kind of want to say an older player, just to like, not have recency bias, but like. But I mean, there's a lot of guys recently that I've really enjoyed watching. Per conference, not per. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like my favorite Heisman winner in each conference. How has college been for you? Last year was definitely stressful with the whole COVID year. And like a lot of teachers aren't used to online classes because they've never done them. So, it was definitely interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's been fine. I really like it here at Iowa State. I think it's a great school. But yeah, last year was definitely stressful with everything going online. All right, I'm gonna have to look up Heisman winners then because I definitely can't do it by conference. Okay. All right. Well, all these people are going to be recent, so I hope you're okay with that. Ooh, Charles Woodson's a good one. All right, I'm gonna go Lamar for the ACC when he won it at Louisville. I'm gonna go Baker for the Big 12. I'm gonna go Mariota for the Pac-12. I think I'm gonna go Cam for the SEC, and probably Desmond Howard for the Big 10. It's Desmond Howard or Charles Woodson for the Big 10. And only say those players that are in the past because there hasn't been a Big Ten Heisman winner in a while. Who even? Oh, it's Troy Smith, the Ohio State quarterback. Can you give play-by-play? Yes, I do normally do play-by-play, but when somebody has a question, I typically try to answer. So we've got 3rd and 2 here, Minnesota. From the 33-yard line, 3rd and 2. Minnesota in the Wildcat. Mohamed Ibrahim, and he'll pick up the first down off the right side. He picks up 3 on 3rd and 2. 1st and 10, Gophers. (24-21) Buckeyes. Under 4 minutes to go, approaching 3.5. Ohio State with the lead after a deep ball from Stroud to Wilson. Minnesota looking for the answer. 1st and 10 from the 36. Tanner Morgan in the gun, 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends in the game. Play clock at 8. Morgan gets the snap off. Give is to Cam. I keep saying Abraham Campbell. Mohamed Ibrahim picks up 3 maybe off the left side. You see YouTube as your career. I don't know that I see it as a career, especially given like how like small this channel is at the moment. And I certainly don't want to like rely on it as an income with how small this is, but you know, I would like to make it a career. Or at least something that I can do along the side as additional income. Play fake. Morgan in trouble. He strip sack at the Ohio State picks it up. Big man touchdown. Ohio State. Garrett with the fumble recovery touchdown for the Buckeyes. And now it's a 2-score lead for Ohio State. Haskell Garrett. Haskell the Rascal recovers the fumble. I didn't quite see who forced the fumble there. I think it was it Harrison off the edge? And Haskell the Rascal. Big number 92 takes it to the house. And now we've got a 10-point lead with the extra point. 31-21 Ohio State with 2:18 to go. And it was Harrison off the edge. And then Haskell Garrett. Big 92. I'm sorry, I'm going to celebrate a big man touchdown. And a massive swing of momentum. How big is Haskell Garrett? How big is this man? Hold on. How big is this man? Haskell Garrett. Big number 92 Haskell Garrett. The redshirt senior, 6'2", 300 pounds, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. (32 yards to the house. Minnesota will get right back to it. No return. 31-21 Buckeyes. Blake would like the other scores for games tonight, so we will take a peek at the rest of them. We've got Boise State up 21-0 on UCF. That game is just underway in the second quarter. Boise State just scored to make it 21-0. Florida International up on CW Post, whoever that is, 45-10. NC State with 42 seconds left, is up 45-0 on South Florida. Weber State keeping it close with Utah, 19-7 Utes at the half. UC Davis up on Tulsa, 19-17. Appalachian State is blasting East Carolina, 33-9, just under 6.5 to go in that one. Tennessee has gapped Bowling Green just a little bit as the Minnesota drive starts with a carry by Ibrahim. Tennessee up 28-6 late in the third. New Mexico up on Houston Baptist 24-10. Western Kentucky is destroying Tennessee Martin 42-14. And towards the end of the first quarter, Eastern Washington and UNLV are all tied up at 0. Other games that are final tonight, NC State just got the win over South Florida. Coastal Carolina put Citadel underground, 52-14. Buffalo scored a nice number of points in their win over Wagner, 69-7. Tanner Morgan takes a deep shot, and it's caught. No, broke it up last second. Mike Brown Stevens could not quite bring it in. Time left in the UC Davis game. 2:37 to go in that one. UC Davis with the ball and the 2-point lead. Tulsa has 2 timeouts left. Buffalo beat Wagner 69-7. Ball State beat Western Illinois 31-21. And UAB beat Jacksonville State 31-0. I believe those were the games today. As we've got a 3rd and 6 here for Minnesota. Tanner Morgan, empty set. Got his man on the slant on the near side. Potts across the 40-yard line of 1st and 10, Minnesota. Also, Jay Fleming, I appreciate it, saying you could do it deaf. Appreciate it a lot, man. And I couldn't do it without you guys supporting me. Just tuning into streams, for any amount of time, dropping any comments, likes, any of that. I couldn't do this without you guys. So I appreciate all you guys that tune in for any amount of time. 1st and 10, under a minute to go here in the third. Tanner Morgan trying to lead a comeback as the Gophers down 10 following the big man touchdown. Give is to Ibrahim and an ankle tackle. I'm back. # beat the Mets. Welcome back, Avs fan. I think Adam King got in trouble. He's quiet. Oh no. Muhammad Ibrahim is down, getting checked by the trainers. Oh no. The senior has 29 carries and 2 scores tonight, 159 yards. He almost broke free and then just at the last second stumbled there. And he immediately was grabbing his ankle, it looked like. Oh! Oh, no. He tried to limp off, and he could not get off the field. You hate to try to speculate, but it did look like something popped in his lower leg. And it looks like he is headed toward the locker room. Looks like he might stop there on the end of the sideline. 2nd and 9 here for Minnesota. Give is to Potts. He'll cut it back to the left side and only picks up about 2. And it'll be 3rd and 7. As we end the third quarter, Ohio State with the big man strip sack, fumble return for a touchdown. They're in the third, and it's 31-21. 15 minutes to play. And Minnesota down their star running back. Torn Achilles, it seems. I hate to speculate anything, but that's kind of what I immediately went to. Man, God, I hope that's not the case. God, I really hope that's not the case. Minnesota, quite the hill to climb in the final 15 minutes. Mohamed Ibrahim with what looked like some kind of leg injury. Again, I'm not trying to speculate on anything, but it's hard not to think of an Achilles injury given what that replay showed. Man, just wishing the best for him, hoping it's nothing serious. Oh, man. Best advice you could give to a freshman in college. If you ever have a question, do not be afraid to ask a classmate or a teacher or a teacher's assistant. If you ever have an issue with a homework assignment, just email the professor. Do whatever you can to get yourself help for the assignment or for the quiz or whatever, because it's really not worth trying to fight through yourself. It's really not. I would definitely say one of the things that I have struggled with the most is exactly that. And, I don't know what kind of student you are. I don't know how you learn or how, what kind of education system, works the best for you. But if you ever have anything that you think could be an issue with homework or anything, just do what you can to get in contact with a professor. Because, there's a lot of people that, they always say like, oh, in such a massive class, the professor like doesn't care about an individual student. But they can't care if you don't put in the work to improve yourself. That would be the best advice that I think I could give somebody, other than just attend your classes. Because I know it's hard, especially as a freshman in college. You want to, get that college experience. But man, you go to classes, and if you ever have questions, email the teacher, go up to them after class, something. Do what you can to improve yourself. 3rd and 7, empty backfield for Tanner Morgan. Minnesota now moving right to left. Morgan, deep drop over the middle. He's got his man right. Gets the first down and out of bounds into Ohio State territory at the 44. Also, along those same lines, find what you enjoy doing, especially as a freshman. Maybe you're not sure what your major is. Test the waters a little bit. Just stick your toes in the water a little bit. Figure out something you like. I didn't start with journalism, nor did I start at Iowa State, but I started at a community college here in Iowa. But try out some stuff. Figure out what you think you might want to do. As Tanner Morgan with the give and nothing doing up the middle. Tulsa going to get the ball back down 2 with 1:30. CJ Stroud wouldn't start at Bishop Sycamore. God, how do you let that happen? How do you, as ESPN, let Bishop Sycamore play IMG? God, it's IMG High. It's so. Oh man, it's so. Oh man, 2nd and 10 here from Minnesota into Ohio State territory. Play fake. Tanner Morgan dumps it underneath. Got his man Jackson inside the 30 to the 29. Another first down for Minnesota. Man, Tanner Morgan has played well since the first quarter. He's had a couple missed throws and a couple, parts where he's looked a little stagnant, but he's played pretty well since the first quarter. 1st and 10, Minnesota, trying to cut into this 10-point Buckeye lead as we've got a whistle on the field and a penalty. 12 men on Minnesota with an illegal substitution. Yikes. First and 15 following the penalty. Give is to Potts. Maybe a yard off the right side, but Ohio State was ready for it. Yeah, I have no idea what I want to do. Hey, that's what freshman year is for, Just try out what you think you might want to do. And if it doesn't work, you've got some time to, rearrange some classes and stuff. Don't, unless you're fully certain, don't just full bore send it, commit to one thing. Maybe, just see what you might want to do. If you think there's like a field that might interest you a little bit, take 1 or 2 classes for it, and just kind of figure it out. 2nd and 13, another give to Potts, and he picks up again, maybe 2. Down to the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long here for the Golden Gophers. Third and 10 from about the 29-yard line. Trips receivers to the right. Tanner Morgan in the gun. Back to his left. Play clock at 5, and looks like Minnesota's going to burn their first time out of the half here. Hello. Fox, hello. Gus and Joel were talking to me in a commercial. What's going on here, boys? I don't think Gus and Joel are talking about T-Mobile here, guys. What's going on? UC Davis have done it. They have pulled the upset of Tulsa. The Mad Lads went and did it. (1917) UC Davis over Tulsa. Tulsa is a poverty school. 2020 AAC Conference champs Tulsa loses to D2 California Davis. Shout out to UC Davis. NCAA college basketball March Madness Cinderella UC Davis. Pulls the upset. And things do not get easier for Tulsa, by the way, because Tulsa played in an Armed Forces Bowl last year against Mississippi State. Yeah, they did do that. It doesn't get easier for Tulsa, who finish out their non-con against at Oklahoma State and then at Ohio State. So not great for them. Not great for them. Weber State keeping it close. They've kicked a field goal. They're now down just 19-10 against Utah, who's ranked 24th in the country. Still a 2-possession lead for Utah with 10.5 to go in the third. All right. 3rd and 10 here for Minnesota. 11:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Buckeyes up 10, 31-21. From the Buckeye 29, Tanner Morgan in the gun, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, Wiley the back to Morgan's left. They'll give it to him, running right, and he gets maybe 2 or 3 yards. Great open field tackle. Do you think Bishop Sycamore's coach should get pardoned by Biden? I didn't know that was a thing. I'll be honest. 4th down. Why would he need to get pardoned? Is that like, did he like, I guess they'd like played 2 days before and then like, I think it's more on ESPN than anybody personally, but 4th and 9 field goal unit is out. 46-yarder from the right hash, snap good, hold down, kick on the way in the rain, and he drills it. Minnesota keeps it within 7. 10:39 to go in the game. Minnesota tacks on a field goal, and it's 31-24 Buckeyes, who will get the ball. Looking to put this one away. UCF has scored against Boise State, so it's now 21-7. Broncos on top still. Tulsa was a 21-point favorite. They didn't even score 21 points. Oh, man. Hey, it's Kirk. Oh. Herbie with the mascots helping this woman out with her house. I respect it. Oh, look at Sparty getting swole in the gym. As you can see, I am the pinnacle of a gym member. I got these muscles. I know bicep curls. Take that. Oh, man. Frickin' Tulsa, guys. See you later, bro. My roommate just started peeing in the closet. Love the stream. Hey, man, go take care of your roommate, man. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in, my man. Peace out, bro. Hope to see you in another one. But yeah, you should probably go take care of that. Minnesota to kick it off. 10:39 to go in the game, trailing the Buckeyes by 7. It's been a very back and forth game tonight. $10:39. Minnesota, of course, without their leading rusher, Mohamed Abraham, who left with an apparent leg injury. It looked like an Achilles rupture, tear, something. Did not look good on their most recent drive, as that kickoff goes through the end zone for a touchback. There have not been any kick returns so far in this game. A whole bunch of touchbacks. Ibrahim has been in the medical tent. They have not taken him to the locker room, Joel Klatt has just said. Buckeyes up 7 with the ball at their own 25-yard line. C.J. Stroud in the pistol. Travion Henderson with the carry, cuts it back up the middle, breaks a tackle to the 30-yard line, and he's wrapped up there. Pickup of 5. Newman on the stop. Mo Ibrahim, with a walking boot on his left leg, has gone to the locker room from the medical tent. He will not return tonight. Stroud in the gun. Bad snap, but Stroud recovers it. Rolling out now to his right, flips it near sideline, and it's incomplete. Looking for Wilson. Went through his hands. And big third down here for the Gophers. Big third down coming up for the Minnesota defense. Flips it out. Travion Henderson across the 35-40, 45-50, 45-40. Trey Henderson takes the swing pass, and he throws up the peace sign across the goal line. Touchdown, Travion Henderson on the swing pass. And the Buckeyes, 70 yards from Travion Henderson on the swing pass. And Fox gave him 9 points on that touchdown, not 6. So, and there was nobody on Henderson and good blocking downfield. It is not 40-24. Extra point is a knuckleball, but it's good. And that'll make it 38-24. He actually got a bonus 2 points for throwing up the deuce. It is 38-24, not 41-24. Fox, excuse you. Weber State had a chance to pull within 6, but missed a 51-yard field goal. Utah still up 9 in that one. Okay, hold on. So we had an FCS game tonight. Was that tonight? Was this? Please tell me this was tonight. Oh my God, it was tonight. Mercer played Atlantic Christian and scored a touchdown with 7:22 to go up 69-0. And they intentionally, I'm going to say intentionally because it's so much funnier, missed the extra point to stay at 69. Nice. I love college football. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's so good. LOL, Utah struggling. Yeah, they are. That's Weber State that they're taking to the wire. Mercer missed an extra point to keep it 69-0. God, what a... I want to buy that kicker a beer. 38-24, Minnesota find themselves right back down 14. Here comes Potts with a nice run off the right side. Picks up 10 and a first down. Proctor in on the tackle. Coming to 9:30 to go in the game. Mohammed Ibrahim, again out with a leg injury. Vegas would never touch a Mercer game again if true. Dude, that... He's got his man Tanner Morgan. Got his man on the slant. Across midfield, that's Jackson. Dude, it would be point shaving, but it's still nice. 1st and 10, Minnesota from the Ohio State 44. Tanner Morgan in the gun, one receiver each side, 2 tight ends in the game. They'll give it to Potts. Running right, tries to cut it back, and nothing doing, no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10, 8:30 to go in this one. Clock continues to tick away on Minnesota's upset mind. 8 minutes and counting. 2nd and 10 from the 44. Tanner Morgan checks the sideline, 2 receivers each side. Potts still the back to his left. Fake it to him. Tanner Morgan steps up. He's going to run with it and slides down just inside the 40. It'll be about 3rd and 6 coming up. 7:40 to go and counting. Tick, 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 tick. 14-point lead for the number 4 Ohio State Buckeyes, who have feasted on the big play. 3rd and 6 from just inside the 40. Tanner Morgan in the gun, 2 receivers left. Checks with the sideline. Play clock at 10. He'll get the snap off. Tanner Morgan over the middle. He's got his man, the tight end, down to the 26-yard line. How are you getting updates on that Utah game? I have the Yahoo Sports app, and I have it open to that. Utah is in the red zone. I don't know if you guys can see that very well because of the brightness, but it's just the Yahoo Sports app. I'm not actually watching it or anything. But Utah has the ball in the red zone, 1st and 10. As there's an injured Buckeye. I couldn't quite tell who that was. There's an injured Buckeye after that one. Did Ohio State go into prevent defense? I don't think it's quite prevent, but it is a little bit softer, it looks like, on some of these receivers. Prevent defense prevents you from winning. Tennessee has added a field goal. They're now up 31-6 on Bowling Green. Remember, that game was 14-6 Vols at the half. They have scored 17 unanswered here in the second half. Arizona State up early on Southern Utah, 12-0. Such a weird score. Arizona State missed their first extra point, and that's why it's 12-0. They're pending the second extra point. Tennessee fans were booing their brand new coach at halftime. Were they really? Oh, God. He seems like such a nice dude, too. I saw he had an interview with one of the ESPN people before the game, and they basically just asked him hey, how you feel? And he's like, oh, great to just have college football back. And I'm like, hey, that guy, I like that guy. Speaking of Tennessee, I just saw a tweet. I don't care if we win 2 games all season. At least we don't have to watch Garantano at quarterback. It's a little bit unfortunate that they were booing him at the half. I mean, they were up by only 8 on Bowling Green, but he seems like a cool guy. I don't really know much about him, but they were like, hey, coach, how does it feel to just be playing football again? And he's like, oh, we're just happy football is back. And he just had this big smile on his face. He just looked like he was out there having a good time. Tanner Morgan back in the gun. 6:45 and counting here on the game clock. Minnesota trails by 14. 2 receivers left. Give is to Potts running right. He gets a good block, but only picks up about 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 coming up. Encroaching on 6 minutes to go. Minnesota's offense does not seem very well fit to score in a hurry. unless they bust a big run. Tanner Morgan in the gun, one receiver each side. Potts still the back to Morgan's left. Checks with the sideline. Checks again with the sideline. Takes a snap from the 24. Tanner Morgan floats one, looking end zone. He's got his man, but it's just overthrown. Looking for Jackson Watson coverage. That's close. Was the UCF score? They were trailing 21-7. It's now 24-7 Boise State. UCF has the ball. They just got it after a Boise State punt. Minute and a half before the half. 3rd and 8 now from the 24-yard line. Minnesota, 5:48 to go. Tanner Morgan checks with the sideline. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Takes a snap. Ohio State brings a blitz. Morgan over the middle. He's got his man Jackson inside the 5 and wrestled down at the 2-yard line. Minnesota still with life. But I wonder if they'll run out of time here. 5:43 and counting. Tanner Morgan with a little bit of heat. Little bit of heat on that one. Morgan now in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Takes a snap. Give up the middle. Touchdown, Minnesota. Williams takes it up the middle, and we've got ourselves a ball game again. 38-30, pending the extra point. Minnesota not going away just yet. Extra point up and good. In the UCF game or in this one? Because in this one, it's 5.5 to go. In the UCF game, it's 45 seconds before the half. UCF 3rd and 11 from their own 25. I believe Minnesota's got 2 timeouts left. Ohio State's going to get the ball back with 5:30 to go. There's the kickoff. And Travion Henderson will let that one go. 5:31 to go in this one. Ohio State a 7-point lead in the ball. Oh, 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 oh. 5:31. Here comes the Ohio State offense. With a 7-point lead, C.J. Stroud. Joined by Mayan Williams in the backfield from the pistol. Takes a snap, quick pitch Williams left side, cuts upfield across the 30 and down to the 35, stays inbounds close to the 40-yard line. He'll get to the 39. And he's forced out of bounds there. Big run on first down from Mayan Williams. Minnesota got to put a stop to this running game. Mayan Williams had the big 70-yard touchdown run. He's got 9 carries for 130 yards and a touchdown. C.J. Stroud, 12 of 21 with 3 scores and a pick. 233 yards for the freshman quarterback. Under 5 to go now. Stroud, play fake. Rolling to his right, throws downfield. He's got his man, Chris Olave, inside the 30, 25 with a block. Chris Olave, touchdown, Buckeyes. And Minnesota just cannot find a stop. This Buckeyes offense, 61 yards. Chris Olave goes back on top by 2 scores, 44-31. Chris Olave, does he stay in bounds? Good on that foot. Good on that foot. Chris Olave. Whew. They didn't take long. No, they haven't. They've got 5 touchdowns over 35 yards. And 4 of those 5 are over 55 yards. Man, just Minnesota just cannot find a stop right now. I said when the game started that if there was any supporting cast that you would want a freshman quarterback to come into, Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson are as good as it gets. And they're showing why that's the case. Every time you think Ohio State's got a chance to burn out the clock, they just say, we're scoring. Ohio State will look to run out the clock, and he's gone. Man. And Ohio State's got all these big plays going in the rain. Minnesota's got 4.5. Down by 14. Fair catch on the kickoff again from Minnesota. UCF did, in fact, score. Dylan Gabriel to Titus Makayo Atimalala. I don't know how that's pronounced. I'm assuming that's right. It's a 10-point game right before the half. I will be ending the stream when this game is done. Give a little bit of a post game, but 4.5 minutes to go here. Minnesota trailing 45-31. Tanner Morgan takes a snap. Rolls out to his right, looking to air it out, and he does, and it's wide of the target. Jackson, that's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Tom Rinaldi's with Fox now? Yikes. Rest in peace, ESPN, bro. Morgan from the gun, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Takes a snap, play fake, looks over the middle. RPO got him on the slant. Brown Stevens on that reception. That's a first down for Minnesota. 4:20 to go at their own 39. Minnesota need 2 scores and a stop. Well, a score, a stop, and a score in 4 minutes. Play fake. Morgan airs it out on a slant, deep slant, and broken up. He's looking for right. Denzel Burke on the coverage. He's had a good game with the exception of 2 plays. He had a pass interference in an end zone and a dropped pick that hit him in the hands right here. Right in front of the face mask, and he just dropped it. Tanner Morgan from the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Play fake. Morgan looking deep. He's going to air it out deep, and he's got his man. That's caught and dropped. They're going to mark him down at the 40. Brown Stevens on the reception. A massive hit. That's targeting. Blake thinks it's targeting. We'll take a look here at the replay. Brown Stevens coming across the middle, makes a nice catch, takes a hit, and I don't know that that's that ball's out. Lathan Ransom, oh, God. This is going to be an incomplete pass if they review it, because I don't. Man, that's definitely very close to targeting. Brown Stevens does get up and walk with some help here. I think if it's going to be targeting, it's going to be the defenseless player targeting. Yep, defenseless receiver. And if this is targeting, it occurs in the second half, so Ransom would be disqualified for the remainder of this game and the first half of the next game, which, as we've mentioned before, is against 11th-ranked Oregon. And I think if your rule of targeting is head or neck area, forcible contact to a defenseless receiver, if they deem this defenseless, which I believe you definitely could make the argument for, then oh yeah, that look right there. Yeah, that's good. This is going to be targeting. And it's also going to be an incomplete pass. As we go to Mike Pereira here, I believe this is going to be targeting. And I also believe it's going to be an incomplete pass. So it'll be 15 yards from the previous spot, not from where he's down. As Mike Pereira. This is going to be, I will say, refs do have a lot to look at here. So this isn't targeting and it's a catch fumble? Wow. 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 I know you guys can't see it because I can't show the game, but that, wow. I really did not think that was a catch and fumble. I really thought that they were going to call that an incomplete pass with targeting, and I got both of it wrong. Wow. So it's Ohio State ball following the fumble at their own 41 with 3:59 to go in the game. The Golden Gopher faithful are not happy, and I don't blame them for this one. Ohio State picks up a yard here. Gus Johnson liked the call. So I'm with Joel. You guys can't hear Gus and Joel. Gus doesn't think it should have been targeting because he doesn't want the player to be ejected, and that is where the rule needs to change, in my opinion. I think the ejection has to be deemed it was intentionally targeting. I think you have to find intent to eject a player. Ohio State replay officials, just like Bama has their replay officials. Boy, you don't have to tell me twice. Lowering the helmet is the intent. So I don't play football currently. I stopped in high school. I was always taught whenever you were tackling to square your shoulders, and if you're going to lead with anything, it's the shoulder, right? So you drop the shoulder and you hit center mass, you hit legs down. You don't hit them high. The part where that comes into like question is when a player is running and to absorb the contact, they duck. So then when you lead with the shoulder and you drop the hips and you drop the set to tackle and you start to wrap and you're leading with your shoulder, you can't swing your shoulder and not lead with part of your head. So then when you wrap or when you go to tackle, if that player drops to absorb the contact, you're going to get helmet to helmet. So I don't think that by its face value, lowering the helmet can be considered intent. If it's late, I think you could have intent. If the person sets and launches, I think you could make an argument for intent. But if he's going to break up a pass, or if he's leading with the shoulder and somebody drops into the contact, I don't think you could just say, oh, he lowered the helmet, that's intent, he's gone. I just don't see. I mean, I totally agree. I don't think you should just duck your head and run into somebody like this. This is bad. But if you set to make a tackle and you go and you try to put shoulder center mass, or shoulder to chest area or shoulder to like hips, if you go to do that and they drop to try to absorb the contact, that's where you're going to get a lot of your helmet to helmet, and that's where I don't think targeting should lead to an ejection. I just don't. 2nd and 8 now for the Buckeyes at the Golden Gopher 42. Another carry here. inside, nothing doing. As the clock has ticked under a minute. So looks like we're just going to run out the clock here. 30 seconds left. Ohio State comes away with the victory, 45-31. It wasn't always pretty for the Buckeyes, but the fourth ranked Buckeyes are going to come out of week 1 with a win. What's happening at Arizona State? It's 13-7 Arizona State. I see you next time. Hey, thank you for tuning in, Blake. I appreciate all the comments and everything. Appreciate you sticking around in the comments and asking, engaging in conversation. We'll see you next time, man. Peace out. Appreciate you sticking around with us. But that's going to do it. Ohio State comes away with the win in week 1 against a feisty Minnesota Golden Gophers team, and quarterback Tanner Morgan. There will be plenty of headlines for this game, targeting one of them, roughing the passer, another one. But I think most of all, focus on the players, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and those skill position players for the Buckeyes. I mean, they got plenty of weapons for freshman CJ Stroud to work with. That's going to do it for the stream here. I appreciate all you guys, Blake, Avs fan 29, Jay Fleming tuning in, Kyle, Adam, Jay, all you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all you guys. Make sure, if you're still here, make sure you like and subscribe down below. You click that bell icon to get notified whenever I go live, whenever I upload a video. That's going to do it for me. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.